The internet provides endless resources to learn about the latest K-pop movements. There are countless information out there to teach anyone who wants to learn, but I've always been curious about its history and the origin before it all became global. My question has led to researching the very foundation of K-pop music. So, here it goes. Let's just say that before the 60s, Koreans had much more important things to worry about. After the war, camaraderie brought upon the Koreans made many Americans to settle their roots in Korea. As such, many clubs are readily available for the Western to enjoy. This provided a place for Koreans to gain exposure to Western pop music as well as a platform for them to perform that helped shape K-pop in its infancy. The decade starts off with the students revolting against the autocratic leadership under President Lee. To make long story short, it liberated many restrictions that would ultimately give way to creative outlet, such as music. This led to the birth of first recognizable star in Korea, Lee Mi-ja. Lee Mi-ja is considered the most influential trot singer in Korea. Popularizing foxtrot music into a Korean style, it made her one of the most influential music figures. Her influence has become so widespread in Korea that she became the first person to ever perform in North Korea. The following year, 3 major talents were discovered in Korea, each enjoying the success of their talent. The age was the biggest factor in making them popular, but what was more important was the aftermath of their debut. One could argue, because of their early debut, it created 2 federal agencies that would regulate K-pop music for the better. Singer Han Myung-sung would create the most popular music in this decade, a Cinderella song which became the first song to be used in OST for the same movie title. This year also marks the fame and fortune of the Kim sisters by becoming the first commercially successful Asian artist to be recognized in the US. Unlike some idols who claim to have success in the US, the Kim sisters were actually successful. But, most importantly, the biggest icon music figure debuted this year. Forerunner of psychedelic rock music, Shin Jung-hyun. Creating first rock band as 4, it is no exaggeration to say he created rock music in Korea. His skills were not only recognized in Korea, but around the world by becoming one of 6 people to ever receive a Fender Custom Series guitar. By all experts abroad, Shin Jung-hyun is often considered the most influential figure in the Korean music industry. Patty Kim started to shine in the year 63. Often considered Korea's first superstar by Korean media, she would gain popularity that was unprecedented of her time. You could say she was Korea's first pop singer. First male pop star, on the other hand, was named Baeho. Known as the Korean Elvis, he had everything that would make him the biggest star in Korea. Tragically, he would later succumb to nephritis and die at the early age of 29. Key Boys, originally a cover band, would gain their own color as their fame grew and composed their own music. With their song and their good looks, they would win the hearts of many young girls. They would later be titled Nation's first boy band. Unfortunately, they had too many internal problems, and after their most popular hit song, they've slowly disappeared from the music scene. While Lee Mi-ja wooed many men in the 60s, a solo artist named Namjin would woo many women the same way. Debuting with solo Playboy, he is often considered the first male soloist for trot music. This year would be good to Namjin until facing against Namjin, Namuna would debut this year to become the emperor of trot. He later became one of the most popular singers in the 70s along with Namjin. These two would become fast friends, but to the audience they were rivals. The fans split between the two and eventually became one of the first rivalries in K-pop. Igumi also made a great splash in this time. She overcame the idea that singers were supposed to only sing by adding twist dance to her songs, which would become the first of its kind. This would earn her the title as a dancing singer, and the future generation would follow her steps to have choreography to songs. Yoon Bo-ki was another singer that brought on a change in the music scene. Although not as talented as others, her idea as a singer were different. Although she had many hits, she became most famous for becoming an early adopter of the miniskirt in South Korea. She started a fashion trend where girls would follow what their idols were wearing. Straying away from the normal background band type, there was Twin Polios who focused on simple acoustic guitar music. They would popularize many of my parents' generation to pick up guitar as a hobby. Think about a generation who looked up to Busker Busker. Well, Twin Polly was the original Busker Busker. Pearl's sister became the first female siblings to debut in Korea. With their song One Coffee, they became the first female group ever to win Gayo Daesang Award, leaving a mark in the Kpop history as the first female group to win such prestigious award. Well, that sums up my research into the origin of K-pop. Thanks for watching. This is JoJo and you just watched This Guy K-Pops.